All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're excited to talk about a topic that's quickly becoming a priority for associations, how AI-powered learning can support support member growth, generate non-dues revenue, and strengthen certification program. My name is Darian James, and I'm an account executive here at Maple LMS. I work closely with associations to understand their learning goals and help them modernize their education strategy. Joining me today are my colleagues, Matt Peterson, Relationship Director, who works with organizations on long-term learning and engagement strategy. Avon, he's also a relationship manager who supports our clients with implementation and ongoing success. Together, we'll walk through what an AI-powered LMS really means, and more importantly, how it can drive measurable impact for your organization. Before we jump in, just a quick note. We'll save time at the end for questions, but you could feel free to drop your questions into the chat at any time. So now we'll take a look at what we'll cover today. So here's our roadmap for the session. First, we'll talk about the changing landscape. Member expectations are evolving quickly, and digital learning is now central to engagement and retention. Next, we'll go with what actually makes an LMS AI powered, beyond just the buzzwords, and what capabilities are making a real difference for associations. From there, we'll focus on impact in four key areas. The first would be driving member growth. So, how personalized learning experiences and data insights help attract, engage, and retain members. Non-dues revenue, so ways that associations are monetizing education, expanding their reach, and creating sustainable revenue streams. It will be followed by certification programs. So, how automation and AI can simplify credentialing, reduce administrative burden, and speed up the certification process. And then we'll have operational efficiency. So, using automation, AI chat support, and integration to streamline workflows and reduce manual work for your team. We'll also share a few real world learning impacts that associations are seeing based on research, highlighting measurable results and ROI. Then finally, we'll wrap up with the best practices, resources, and an open Q&A along with next steps if you would like to continue the conversation. So to get us started, I'll hand it over to Matt, who will walk us through the changing landscape of AI-powered LMSs and why it matters right now.
Yeah, thank you, Darian, and happy to be part of this webinar today and this topic. I wanted to start with discussing the changing landscape of association learning. So if you think back 5 or 10 years, if an association had a website with a list of PDFs or some recorded webinars, they were doing just fine. But fine doesn't cut it anymore. We're reaching a tipping point where traditional learning management, the old static catalog model, just isn't enough to keep members around. So I want to cover what's changing. So first of all, we have evolving member expectations. As technology evolves, member learning needs are changing. Your members aren't looking for a giant generic course catalog that they have to hunt through. They want a learning experience that actually knows them. And they're looking for a unified journey that's personalized to their specific career stage and their unique interests, delivered right when they need it on demand. Simply put, if it isn't relevant to their personal growth, they're going to tune it out. Secondly, is a shift from a traditional LMS to an AI-powered LMS. So instead of just hosting files, these intelligent systems are busy behind the scenes, analyzing how your members behave, anticipating what they'll need to learn next, and automatically carving out personalized pathways for them. It's really a total game changer because it moves the association away from just providing info to delivering real member-centric value that actually sticks. Third, there's a demand for flexible on-demand education. So let's be real, your members are busier than ever. They aren't sitting at a desk for 3 hours to finish a module anymore. They're learning on the train, in between meetings, or on their couch. And that means things like mobile first design and micro learning, those quick 5 minute bursts of info, aren't just nice to haves anymore. They're really a baseline. So if you aren't delivering just-in-time content that works perfectly on a smartphone, you've already lost their attention. To keep them engaged, you have to meet them wherever they are on whatever device they happen to be holding. And finally, learning as a strategic growth engine. So here's the real shift in mindset. The most successful associations aren't looking at their learning platform as just an expense or a line item in their budget. They see it as a powerful engine for growth. So when you move to an AI powered system, you're doing two things at once. You're skyrocketing member satisfaction because the experience is so much better. And also, you're opening the door to massive revenue growth. In fact, we've seen associations increase their non-dues revenue by as much as 80 to 90%. It turns learning from something you have to provide into a major driver for both member retention and your bottom line. So the key point here is associations that do not modernize their learning strategies are at risk losing members and revenue by lacking advanced, personalized educational experiences. So the time to act is now. At this time, I'm happy to introduce Avon, and he's going to discuss what are some of the key components that AI can bring to learning management systems.
Thank you, Matt. But let's start with a simple question. What actually makes an LMS AI powered? Because adding a chatbot alone doesn't make a platform intelligent. An AI-powered LMS goes beyond content delivery. It actively learns from your members' behavior and continuously improves their learning experience. So first, personalized course recommendations. Traditional LMS platforms rely on search bars and static catalogs. An AI-powered LMS analyzes learner behavior, career goal, past enrollments, certifications, and even browsing patterns. It then recommends relevant courses, the same way Netflix or Amazon suggest what you'll want next. And when integrated with e-commerce, this becomes incredibly powerful for associations because you're not just suggesting content, you're recommending the right professional development opportunity at the right time. That can improve discovery accuracy by up to 85% compared to a manual search. Secondly, automated learner pathways and certifications. So instead of members figuring out what to take next, AI automatically builds structured learning journeys based on role, experience level, or certification requirements. It sequences content intelligently, it suggests next steps, and most importantly, it adapts. So if someone struggles, the pathway adjusts. If they excel, it accelerates. That's where learning becomes dynamic instead of static. And thirdly, AI-driven analytics and insights. Now, most LMS platforms show historical reports, who completed what, and can go further beyond that. It predicts learner success, flags at-risk members before they disengage, and even identifies revenue opportunities based on engagement trends. So instead of looking at data after the fact, associations can make proactive, data-driven decisions in real time. Fourth would be content curation and assistance. So AI supports instructors and administrators by helping structure courses, also generate assessments, and curate relevant resources, and eventually transform existing content into interactive modules. And this can reduce content development time by up to 70%, which is huge for associations with limited staff. And finally, smart automation for admins. I'm referring to automations like automated enrollments, automated reminders, automated progress tracking, and reporting. And AI removes repetitive manual tasks so your team can focus on strategy, partnerships, and also member engagement instead of chasing spreadsheets. So, when we say AI powered LMS, we're talking about a system that personalizes, predicts, adapts, and automates, not just hosts your content. From here, let's also talk a little bit about driving member growth with AI based learning. And also, over here, I'm going to talk about some impact as well, specifically how AI powered learning drives measurable member growth. Because for associations, growth isn't just about acquiring new members, it's about engagement, retention, and long term loyalty. So, first off, personalized learning experiences. An AI-powered LMS builds dynamic learner profiles by analyzing member behavior, goals, interaction history, and also engagement patterns. So instead of offering the same generic catalog to everyone, the system delivers content that's aligned to where that members is in their career journey. So early career professionals see foundational pathways, mid-level members would see specialization tracks, and senior leaders would see advanced certifications. And this level of personalization can drive up to 4 times higher engagement compared to a traditional one-size-fits-all digital learning. Secondly, higher engagement and completion rates. So, traditional online learning often sees completion rates between 5 to 30%, and an AI-powered LMS platform, however, can push completion rates all the way up to 85% because the system uses smart reminders, progress tracking, adaptive pacing, and intelligent nudges to keep learners motivated and on track. It's not just delivering content, it's actively supporting progress. Thirdly, improved onboarding. So the first 30 to 60 days are critical for any association member. And an AI LMS enhances onboarding by using behavior-based personalization and automated nudges to give members step by step. To guide members step by step in the process. So instead of overwhelming them with everything at once, it delivers just in time learning experiences that match their needs. Now, that reduces early drop offs and accelerates readiness, which sets the tone for long term engagement. Fourth would be data driven retention. AI doesn't wait for disengagement to happen. Predictive analytics detect declining activity patterns and identify members at risk of low completion or churn. And that allows associations to intervene early with targeted learning recommendations, reminders, or even an outreach. Um, it turns retention from reactive to proactive. And finally, building stronger loyalty. So, when members feel that their learning experience is aligned with their goals, when they see real career progression through your platform, your association becomes integral to their growth. And when that happens, renewal is no longer a question. It becomes the natural next step. So AI powered learning doesn't just improve course delivery, it strengthens engagement, boosts completion, reduces churn, and ultimately builds a more loyal growth oriented membership base, which I believe every association needs. But from here, I'm going to hand it over to you, Matt, and just so you can talk a little bit about non-dues revenue opportunities.
Yeah, thanks, Avon. I wanted to really talk about transforming your learning platform into a profitable revenue center. And when we talk about monetization, we aren't just talking about a buy now button. We're talking about turning your LMS into a full-scale digital storefront. So, an AI powered system, you can get access to dynamic pricing models and subscription tiers that allow you to bundle content in ways that make sense for different member levels. But it goes way just beyond selling courses. We're talking about opening up new lanes for sponsorship right inside the platform, integrated fundraising, and even selling your content to enterprises or corporate partners. It's about taking your expertise and finding every possible way to turn it into a revenue stream. So when we talk about tiered learning offerings, one of the coolest things about an AI-powered LMS is how it lets you move away from a one-size-fits-all price tag, and you can actually build a tiered ecosystem that meets every member right where their budget is. So think about it in 3 levels as an example. You could have your free tiers or maybe a nominal price for the tier. And this is your hook. It's the high quality basic content that every member gets just for being part of the association. It keeps them logged in and engaged. Then you could have premium subscriptions. So this is for your power users who want the deep dive courses and the specialized certifications. And finally, you have the executive programs. These are your high value, high impact offerings designed for senior leadership and top tier professionals. But here's the secret sauce. The AI is actually working as your 24/7 sales assistant. It's watching the data, noticing when a free member is consistently consuming high level content, and flagging them as someone ready to upgrade to a premium or executive track. So it takes the guesswork out of upselling and ensures you're offering the right level of value at exactly the right time. I also want to touch upon certifications, professional certifications, and also micro credentials or digital badges. These can command a premium pricing. AI can automate the entire certification workflow from enrollment to assessment to credential issuance, making it scalable and highly profitable. Also, bundled learning subscriptions. So, packages with multiple courses, certifications, and resources into attractive subscription bundles or learning paths. AI can analyze learning patterns to create bundles that maximize value and minimize churn. And associations can experience a 35% higher lifetime value from subscribers. And then I also want you to challenge yourself to expand beyond membership. One of the biggest misconceptions we see is the idea that an LMS is only for your current members. If you're only looking inward, you're missing a massive opportunity. If you think of your modern LMS as your global storefront, an LMS can seamlessly serve non-members, corporate training clients, and even international audiences all at the same time. So you're essentially expanding your market reach around the world without needing to hire a single extra staff member. And here's the kicker. You can actually have a public-facing catalog. This means a potential customer doesn't need to even log in to see your expertise because the catalog is optimized for search engines. People who have never even heard of your association can find your courses through a simple Google search. It turns your knowledge into a lead generation machine, bringing in new revenue streams from the general public and corporate partners alike. Finally, I wanted to talk about sponsored banners for companies who may want to get in front of your membership. So, the advertising side of the house, we often forget that your LMS is one of the most valuable real estate you own because it's where your most engaged members may spend a significant part of their time. LMS platforms will allow associations to showcase targeted sponsored banners for events, features, products, services, offering members relevant opportunities while generating non-dues revenue through strategic advertising partnerships. Moving along, I also wanted to discuss how AI can transform your certification programs, streamlining certification workflows and accelerating professional development. So first, let's talk about one of the biggest time killers for any association, certification management. Traditionally, managing a certification like life cycle, processing applications, verifying prerequisites, grading exams, and mailing out certificates, it was a manual, paper-heavy process that could often take weeks. So an AI-powered LMS completely flips the script. It automates that entire life cycle from start to finish. The moment a member hits submit, the system verifies their eligibility, enrolls them in the right courses, can schedule them for their certification exam, and issue the digital credential that they second pass. What used to take your staff weeks of back and forth now can happen in just a matter of hours. It's the ultimate way to scale your most prestigious programs without burning out your team. Next, I want to talk about a major pain point for both staff and members, credit tracking and renewals. We all know the last minute panic when a member realizes their certification is about to expire and they have no idea how many credits they've actually earned. An AI powered LMS puts an end to that. It can continuously monitor every single continuing education credit in real time for your members. But it just doesn't watch, it also acts. The system can send out proactive renewal reminders well before the deadline and automatically update a member's certification status the moment they hit their requirements. It means your members never lose track of their professional standing, and your staff never has to spend another afternoon manually auditing credit hours. It brings peace of mind for everyone involved. Also wanted to talk about faster time to certification. So when you combine all these tools, the automation, the mobile access, the proactive reminders, the results are actually quite staggering for the individual member. We're seeing a much faster time to certification by removing the friction and keeping members engaged with relevant content. A modern LMS can reduce the time it takes to complete a certification by as much as 50 or even 70%. This is a massive win for your members because they achieve their professional goals twice as fast. And it's a win for the association because your completion rates skyrocket. It turns your education program from a someday goal into a today reality. Also, reduced manual administration. One of the biggest behind the scenes win here is how we're finally able to reduce this manual administration. So let's be honest, your education team shouldn't be spending their day manually grading quizzes or tagging content. With an AI powered LMS, the system takes over the busy work. We're talking about tools like the tag content for search, handling auto grading, even for complex essay questions, and using assessment generators to build exams in seconds. By automating these routine tasks, we're seeing administrative workloads drop by as much as 40 to 50%. And that's a massive shift. If it means your staff is finally free to stop being data entry clerks and can start being strategic partners who focus on program quality and actual member support. Also, AI assisted assessments, AI powered LMS tools can generate these practice assessments, provide instant feedback, and suggest personalized study recommendations, helping associations enhance member assessment accuracy and improve learning outcomes. I'm now happy to turn it back over to Avon. He's going to take a deeper dive into automation and how it can provide amazing operational efficiencies.
Yeah, and let's shift from member growth to something equally critical for associations, which is operational efficiency. Because while engagement is important, your internal capacity determines how far you can scale. So first off, automated enrollments and reminders. In a traditional setup, teams manually enroll members, send reminder emails, and follow up with those who haven't started or completed a course. An AI-powered LMS removes that friction. It automatically enrolls members into relevant courses based on their role, certification status, or some profile data. It sends personalized reminders at the right time, and it follows up intelligently if engagement drops. The result, higher participation without increasing staff workload. Secondly, reduced administrative workload. Administrative teams in associations often spend significant time on repetitive tasks, such as data entry, tracking completions, generating reports, and responding to routine inquiries. AI automates these workflows. That means you and your team can shift focus from operational maintenance to strategic initiatives, maybe partnerships, new programs, sponsorship growth, and deeper member engagement. So it's not about replacing people, it's about elevating their impact. Thirdly, streamlined reporting and compliance. So for many associations, compliance and accreditation tracking is complex and time consuming. So AI generates real-time reports on learner progress, course completion, and certification status. Compliance tracking becomes automated, ensuring requirements are met without constant manual oversight. So instead of scrambling during audits, you have instant visibility and confidence. Fourth would be AI assistants and learner support. Intelligent AI assistants provide 24 by 7 support, answering some of the common questions about courses, certifications, maybe deadlines, and maybe just navigation in general. So members get immediate responses, and support ticket volumes can drop by 40 to 60%. Now, that improves the member experience while freeing up your support team for higher value interactions. And finally, integration with an AMS or a CRM system. An AI-powered LMS doesn't operate in isolation. It integrates seamlessly with your association management system or a CRM. So member profiles, learning history, engagement data all synchronize automatically in both directions, which means no duplicate data entry, no disconnected systems, and no data silos. What you get is a unified ecosystem where learning, membership, and engagement data work together. So, operational efficiency through automation isn't just about saving time, it's about building a scalable infrastructure that allows your association to grow without growing overhead. With that, let's also dive into some impact. And we're going to talk about what all of this actually delivers. So, a measurable impact, because at the end of the day, AI isn't about automation, it's about outcomes. This slide shows the real measurable impact AI-powered learning is delivering for association just like yours. And every stat you see here comes from industry research from IBM, McKinsey, Gartner, Brandon Hall, and a few others. So, firstly, let's talk about course engagement. So, when associations adopt an AI-powered learning system, members are learning 5 times more compared to traditional classroom settings. Why? Because AI delivery keeps learners 4 times more focused, reducing distraction and increasing retention. And when learning paths are personalized, members are 3 times more likely to actually finish a course. That shift alone changes the effectiveness of your entire education program. Secondly, about the continuing education, your staff can build courses 3 times faster using AI-powered content authoring tools. That means less time formatting slides and quizzes, and more time focused on strategy and member value. On the learner side, members find what they need 5 times faster with AI tagged intelligent search platforms. And once they are in the system, they complete 3.5 times more learning exercises. Now, that's deeper engagement, not just a passive consumption. And let's also talk about revenue or non-use revenue. So best-in-class learning program delivers 3.5x ROI. So this isn't a cost center, it's a revenue engine. Members with an active continuing education access are 3 times more likely to renew. Now that makes CE one of your strongest retention tools. And organizations with a strong LMS see at least 2 times higher revenue per member. So the impact isn't just educational, it's financial. And about member engagement, so AI personalization drives 3 times more registrations and 3 times higher portal engagement. Members access content at least 5 times faster through AI-powered search, which reduces friction, frustration, and drop-off. Because when members quickly find value, they keep coming back. So here's the bottom line. AI isn't just a technology upgrade, it's not just automation, and it's not just analytics. It's a growth strategy for your association. It drives engagement, it accelerates continuing education, it increases revenue, and it strengthens retention. And in today's competitive association landscape, that combination isn't optional, it's transformational. But with that, I'm gonna hand it over to Darianne to walk us through next steps and also Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Matt and Avon. So, as we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a few key takeaways and some next steps if you're thinking about how AI can fit into your learning strategy. So, first would be the big picture. AI powered learning has the potential to transform your LMS from a cost center into a true growth engine, driving both non dues revenue and stronger member engagement. The organizations seeing the most success are focusing on three core pillars. The first would be personalization, so delivering the right content to the right learner at the right time. Automation, so reducing manual work across administration and certification. And then lastly, analytics, so using data to guide decisions, improve programs, and demonstrate ROI. In many cases, associations are seeing a significant result, including up to 3.5 times growth in non dues revenue and 40 to 50% reduction in administrative time. But technology alone isn't the whole story. Successful implementations typically include clear goals tied to business outcomes, alignment across stakeholders, and a phased rollout approach that allows your team to scale confidently. If you would like to explore what this could look like for your organization, we've included a couple of resources. You can schedule a 30-minute discovery conversation with our team for a personalized look at your goals and opportunities. And we also have a comprehensive AI LMS ebook available to download, which dives deeper into strategy, use cases, and best practices. So now we would love to hear it from you. Let's open it up for some questions. Please feel free to drop them into the chat or the Q&A box, and we're happy to discuss your specific challenges, goals, or ideas around AI learning.
I'll just mention this one came in before you covered that last slide, Avon. They asked how did automated learner pathways and AI-driven analytics within the platform translate directly into membership, measurable member retention and non-dues revenue. But I wasn't sure if there was anything else that you wanted to add on to that.
I think I've covered most points over there, but um, I mean, there are a few more things that can play a role in that regard, because eventually, if you're monetizing on your content, these automatic recommendations would lead to a purchase, and and not just one purchase. There might be multiple type of courses that an individual might need as part of the recommendations. Maybe you have a huge catalog and it's difficult to find the right courses for me, and if I'm getting all recommendations at one spot, I'm most likely to purchase at least the maximum courses out of it, eventually leading to more revenue.
Yeah, I would just add on to that too. If the learner is engaged in the LMS, they're engaged in the LMS overall, and they're engaged in the courses, you're going to see a direct reflection to higher retention. They're not going to want to lose their membership, if this has become a valuable tool for them. And then you'll also see course participation increases and certification rates go up. And so, in general, your members are just going to see a higher lifetime value to their membership with your association.
Okay, perfect. And then we did get one more question too. So their question is, our association currently uses Maple LMS. Is there a way to assess what capabilities we may be missing given the AI features that have been integrated into the platform? And what steps we can take to close those gaps and stay current as technology continues to evolve?
Avon, did you want to take that one?
So I think I kind of missed the question. Can you repeat that, Ariane?
Yep, absolutely. So Victoria said that their association uses Maple LMS. Is there a way to assess what capabilities they may be missing given the AI features that have already been integrated into the platform, and what steps they can take to close those gaps and stay current as technology continues to evolve?
Yeah, I mean, if you're already using Maple LMS, there are definitely ways to assess some of these capabilities. We might want to understand more about more about the information that you're trying to pull. And that way we can strategize around how to close those gaps. I mean, we have our AI tools, we have ways to optimize those to your needs, and I think we have uh, uh, s- ways to find the right solutions that might resolve your challenges. You want to add something on top of that, Matt? It's relevant to Maple LMS.
Yeah, no, I think I know we have some customers in various stages of our most current upgrade that really includes many of these AI tools that will really help you. So, reaching out to your account manager, your customer success manager, I think could also help you move in the right direction.
Right. Perfect. So I think that concludes the questions today. So thank you again for taking the time and spending it with us. We know how busy your schedules are, and we appreciate the opportunity to share these insights with you. AI powered learning isn't just a technology upgrade, it's a competitive advantage that helps associations grow, engage members more effectively, and create sustainable revenue. If you would like to continue the conversation, we'd be happy to connect. Our contact information is here on the screen, and you could also visit our website to learn more or schedule time with our team. We're excited about the future of association learning, and we'd love to partner with you as you build your next phase. Thank you again, and we look forward to connecting soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ruben.